guys, welcome to another video. I'm super excited because I'm going to finish my Meet the Artist today. Yes, I'm so excited. Oh my god. In this video, I'm going to be finishing off my Meet the Artist, but today I'm actually going to be finishing coloring it on my iPad, which I love using my iPad, so I'm more than excited for that. And this is also a part 2 from my previous video, so if you haven't watched the part 2, you can go ahead and watch it. I'll put the link in the description for you guys if you want to see. I'm also going to be answering some questions I have off of my community tab here on YouTube, or either some of them from Instagram. Most of them are mainly from Instagram. I don't think I got any, honestly, on my community tab. I did get a lot on my Instagram. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at those and answer those questions. And there's actually a lot about me and my boyfriend. So he's gonna be featured in this video in the voiceover. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's go ahead and get started. Hi guys, welcome to another video. So in this video, I'm actually going to be finishing my Meet the Artist. If you haven't seen the first video already, go ahead and watch that one. That one is literally just me doing the sketch and everything like that. I did do the line art off camera because it would take way too long to do the line art on camera. You know what I mean? So I did it all off camera. So if you also haven't seen on my Instagram, if you're not following me on there already, I actually did post the finished product of my Meet the Artist. So if you do want to see that, go ahead and check out my Instagram. That would be very cool. Please do. That would be awesome. But I am going to be answering the final bunch of questions I got from Instagram. And also I did film this video like a couple weeks ago, so this is me editing it right now as I'm doing this voiceover. But I'm gonna go ahead and answer the questions now. When did you first originally started your YouTube channel? I actually started my YouTube channel, I think back when I was like 10, 11, or 12 years old. So, I remember it was when we moved out of our old hometown, Avondale, and when we moved to Buckeye, Arizona. That's when I started doing my YouTube channel, and I only had like up to 120 subscribers, so it was really low, really mediocre artist channel. And I stopped making videos completely for like years until I picked it back up again. So yeah, for all of you that don't know, I actually used to have a lot of older videos on this channel, but they're all gone now, so yeah, tough luck, sorry, but they're all gone. I actually did mention it in my first video on this channel, my first ever video, the pencil case tour. I did mention that all my older videos were gone and I was doing a whole refresh of my channel, so yeah, that's basically it. I've had it for a long time, so I think I've come a long way with my art and also with my editing skills. Because all I remember is me using a really crappy broken laptop to edit my videos and a really messed up camera. So yeah, that's really it. Favorite BTS album? I say my favorite BTS album will definitely be Map of the Soul, Persona. And also I love the B album. And the third one I really like is Love Yourself, Answer. Those albums are so good, bro. Like, stop. I love those albums. Oh my god, they have such amazing songs, of course. Any concerts you are going to next? I'm actually going to see Kendrick Lamar and SZA in May of this year, and I'm super excited. I don't know what I'm gonna wear though, guys. Just letting you know, I don't know what I'm gonna wear. And the cool thing is, two cool things actually. It's in May, so that means it's a really beautiful summer here in Washington, and it's warm and it's sunny, it's amazing. And also, too, it's on a Saturday, so your girl's gonna be drinking. Let's go, I'm so excited. How far along are you to finishing the current sketchbook? I actually counted before the video. I have like 10 more pages left. So I'm honestly it's just crazy. I'm going to be finishing my sketchbook so soon. Like, I'm so excited to get a new one and decorate the cover and do a breaking in my sketchbook video. Oh, that'll be so fun. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get a new one. When did/how did you get into K-pop/BTS? Well, I got into BTS and K-pop in general back in 2017, May of 2017. It was like May 1st, May 2nd. My sister Caitlin, she was over at a friend's house and her friend showed her BTS on YouTube, and she was like, oh my god, I gotta show my little sisters, including Taylor, because I was into like Vocaloid and stuff like that, so she knew I'd probably be into it. And she showed us the Dope MV when she got back home the next day, and I was in a trance. I got into it so fast, you have no idea. And here I am, 8 years later, still into BTS and still into K-pop, so yeah, it stayed with me for a long time. Silly pics of your cats. Oh my god, I have so many. Take it all. Like, literally, I love the 0.5 photos of my cats. It's so funny. I can't. Oh my god. Most recent trip. My most recent trip was actually for like going to Forks. We went to Forks, Washington, because that's where Twilight was filmed, and we went with Gavin's cousin because she was actually here to visit us, and it was actually super fun. I had the best time, and I got some merch as well, some souvenirs. It was super fun, and we also went to La Push Beach. It was super rainy though. That was the only downside. Like, it was like heavy rain. Like, I'm not even, like, it was such heavy rain, guys. You have no idea. And also, it was windy on top of that, so I was like shivering the whole time, and I was like, it was just all wet and stuff. Ugh, it was so bad. And I had such a cute outfit on. And I'm gonna do this last question, before my boyfriend actually comes in the video. Which movies/TV shows from when you were a kid motivated your interest in art? This question's actually from my boyfriend, so yeah. What movies/shows? I definitely think anime played a part of that for sure. I was really into anime, and I was just into cartoons from Cartoon Network, like Steven Universe, Adventure Time. Those are really the only two cartoons that really engaged me with my art and motivated me to do better. So I definitely think those two were the ones that made my art a lot more better, knowing that I watched a lot of the episodes and stuff, and also anime as well, because when you first start doing art, anime is the most like easiest thing to do and to learn to draw. So yeah, that's basically how I started out, honestly, with drawing. And now I'm gonna have my boyfriend come in on the voiceover, so I'm gonna go grab him. Hold on.
Thank you so much for having me on. My name is Gavin Elijah Moore, or you can call me Jem, because that is my initials. And I want to thank you for having me on.
Why are you
Milky
acting?
Gems,
We're not.
aka girlfriend of mine, aka
We're not on.
Taylor.
We're not on a podcast. We're just in a video. We're just in a video. Okay, but there were some questions about me and you, like how we met, who asked who out first.
Okay.
How long have we been dating? We've been dating for 3 years, by the way.
We have been dating for 3 years. That's a good first one to start out with.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I'd love to answer this. We actually met in high school. Yes, we are high school sweethearts. And it's such a cool flex to say that every time. We met in high school our senior year, and it was really nice. We met in a class, very natural. We met
AP US
government,
AP US Gov and politics.
Yep, it was a AP.
We're AP.
What can I say? All AP.
Smarties.
You know what? If you're an AP kid, like and subscribe.
Yeah, we were pretty. We're like in like honors and AP classes. So
my senior year, I literally had all AP classes, and that's just so happened to be the class where we met. I hadn't noticed Taylor. We initially didn't see each other or meet each other early on in the class too much,
right,
because of the way the class was set up. We weren't near each other. Taylor sat behind me, and the way the class was set up, we had individual desks.
Yeah,
and
they were in rows, like 6 rows. I'll draw a little diagram. I was right here. He was right here.
Yep.
And then there was like an empty seat right here until like later on in the story. But...
Yep. There were like I think there were like 2 empty seats.
Yeah. No. There was only one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was only one.
And you were behind me, and I just had never noticed.
Yeah.
Because.
And plus, he would come in first before me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had never noticed her just because, I wasn't one to like look around all like, there had never been a reason to look behind me that much. And it's the end of the day, I had never been like too curious. At the end of the day, you're just vibing, focused on doing your work, getting done with the school day and all that. And I had always made it to class before Taylor, so there was just never a chance for me to really see her that well. I had a class that was a lot closer than hers. Her class was further away. We had this new kid in class named London, and she was sat right behind me, and Miss Latrobe had told me to basically get her caught up on, the class and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, cool. And literally the first day that I turned around to go talk to her is when I noticed Taylor. And I know it's stereotypical, but it was literally exactly how it was in the movies, where you turn around and it's like, I literally had like swooned over her instantly. She was just so interesting and pretty. And when I first saw her, I knew I had to do something, say something, do anything. I didn't know how to do it though. I didn't want to be I never wanted to be like seem like too much, too desperate or anything.
Yeah.
So I wanted to think of a natural way to get to know her and stuff like that. And luckily, I would get that opportunity in a couple of weeks. It all worked out perfectly, really. The universe was on our side for real. We were doing group projects eventually, and Taylor had decided to join a group that sat right in front of me with mutual friends of ours, a group of friends of hers that I was also friends with. And it was really nice. She had sat right in front of me, and I was like, you know what? I got to do something. So I decided the best, most smoothest thing that I could say to start our relationship. She walked past me up to that group, and I said, nice fit.
That's all. That's all.
Just nice fit. When I didn't know what to say, and I didn't want to be too crazy or anything like that, so I just thought it'd be nice. Like, who doesn't enjoy getting complimented on their fit? So I said that. She was like, oh, thank you, you too. And that kept on, and I was like, okay, well, I gotta take it further than this. We can't form a whole relationship based on our fits. So one day I was like, you know what, it's time. So I said, just as always, hey, nice fit, right? Like, I see you look good, and with your fit on and stuff. She's like, oh, thank you, you do too. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And what's your name? She's like, oh, my name's Taylor. And I was like, oh, nice. My name's Gavin. Nice to meet you. And from there, it was history. We started talking more and more. We became friends.
Best
friends.
Best
friends. I thought she was smooth.
I basically was, because you were oblivious. You were so oblivious.
She was smooth, but only because of how oblivious I was. She would consistently send me TikToks for about like a week straight, maybe in a week and a half before Valentine's Day, sending me TikToks.
But he was oblivious, and I was like, oh, it'd be nice. And then you're like, oh yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
Anyways.
I was the type, I'd be like, yeah, I was like, oh, I would. She's like, oh, I'd love to go out with a friend on Valentine's Day. I'd be like, yeah, I know, right? Anyway, whatever. It was super funny, but eventually I did catch on, luckily, and I had asked her, I was like, hey, you know what, why don't we just go out for Valentine's Day,
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, acting all shocked, and I was like,
what?
As friends, right?
Yeah, we gotta go as friends. We went on our first date on Valentine's Day. We went out, and it was a really great time. We played soccer, we played the Switch. She had brought her Nintendo Switch. We had a nice dinner, and that night is the night we actually did have our first kiss. And from that moment, we both knew that we had mutual feelings for each other. We knew what it was. We really eased into it in the best way possible. We didn't immediately jump to a relationship. We were like, let's feel it out, and let's be together. Let's see how it feels. and then we can become official.
Yeah.
And then a few days later, right before her birthday,
March
I didn't want to
1st.
do it yet. I didn't want to do it on her birthday. You should never do stuff like that. Right before her birthday, March 1st, I had asked her while we were in the car together, and it wasn't anything special. It was just that feeling, that feeling of comfort, just spending that time with her. I knew that I wanted to feel that feeling for as long as I could.
No,
the rest of my life,
you're
as long
sweet.
as I could.
You're so sweet.
And I knew that's the moment when I realized. So I had asked her, and I said, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?"
No, you said, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Okay.
No, I said, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And she was,
"No." Stop. But yeah, that's how we became a couple. And now it's been 3 years.
Yep, 3 years later, and here we are, whole new state, still together, and happier than ever. I am in love. When you want a relationship with someone, make sure that you are friends with that person. That is the best way to do it.
But yeah, that's basically it of the video. So
yeah,
do you want to say bye?
Yes, bye. Thank you for having me on, and I had a great time.
I should really start a podcast.
You should. I would
really
love that. We would be great. We would be, we were thinking about doing
we're thinking about actually, yeah. We're thinking of doing, yes, we're thinking of doing Twitch streaming, actually, so.
Or games, Minecraft. If you're interested in that, hey, let us know. Honestly, know. That would be really interesting. We got what we need.
Self-promo.
PC, laptop,
self-promo.
Self-promo, you know what?
Oh, that would be cool. Okay, anyways.
Thank you so much for having me on. And I appreciate all you guys for watching. You guys are the best. And thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go.
I love you.
Bye. Wait, what?
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
I just love you.
Okay, bye.